Here's the garden on June 2nd. There's some blackberries coming on the blackberry vines. I planted some tomatoes here on these stakes at the bottom of the garden. Those are the last ones we planted. There's rabbit food. Our raspberries are growing. We're starting to eat some raspberries. Here's my watering system I set up for the hay bales and straw bales. It's got a timer on there that waters them every morning. There's my asparagus, which is pretty much grown up. We're still harvesting some of the shoots. Okay, and here's my straw bales. There's peppers on these bales, and then in between the bales I have some lettuce and some onions. And there's a lettuce patch at the end, which I've been just thinning that out for salads. And then here's the tomatoes, which they're already tied up as far as my wires go, so I might have to add some more wires. There's a marigold plant in between the tomatoes, and there are some tomatoes on here. Let's see, I saw another big one over here somewhere. Oh yeah, there's some. And then on this end is cherry tomatoes, which have some cherry tomatoes on there too. Now here's my straw bale, which I got prepared. Excuse me. Actually this is a hay bale that I got prepared late. And I planted some cucumbers, but only one came up because I think of the cold weather when I planted it. But I'm going to get a pepper plant and see if it does better than the straw bales and see how that goes. This is horseradish, which it just keeps coming back once it's established. And here's some cucumbers. I did see some cucumbers coming out too here. There's one. There's a little cucumber. If it focuses on that, I'm not sure. But we'll have cucumbers in a few days. And then here's some yellow squash. More yellow squash. My zucchini squash don't seem to be growing as fast as the yellow squash for some reason. Here's some onions. They're getting big. They're probably the best onions I've grown so far. Oh, and there's a potato plant. I just noticed that for the first time right now. I planted a little potato clipping in there. And there's another little potato plant. Alright. And here's my beans coming up. Had to replant them because of the cold, wet weather. And they finally came up. Some more onions. And here's some tomatoes that are staked up in the normal way. But I do have these on the timer also for the watering, so they're getting watered well. Then I have 2 hills of cantaloupe. These strawberries I transplanted, so I picked off most of the blooms this year so the plants could build and get strong. But we did get some strawberries already, and we have more coming. So that's always fun to eat strawberries. And there's pole beans, which I have a netting up for these guys. I planted some sunflowers through here. Oh, and that's lettuce. and the sunflowers didn't come up. I came and looked after I planted them a while, and I think a squirrel had come through and eaten all the seeds. Then let me show you on the other side of the yard our T-pole, our teepee. Hi, Roxy. There's our teepee, pole bean teepee for the kids. These beans seem like they're doing better than the ones in the garden. Got some of them starting to reach for the poles already, or reach for the strings. Alright, well that's it.